Mindset or strategy? What's more important for YouTube success? So I polled you, and on YouTube, you said 61% of people chose mindset over strategy. On Twitter, 67% of people chose strategy over mindset. And on Instagram, 57% people chose strategy over mindset. So clearly we have some divided opinions going on here about what's more important. And of course, it's relative to your personal challenges happening right now. So in today's video, I'm going to give you 3 mindset hacks and 3 strategy tips to get your YouTube game on point before 2022. So are you ready? Hey go-getter, it's Salma Jafri, and on this channel, I'm going to show you how to grow your visibility, credibility, and profitability with YouTube. So if that's what you're here for, hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon, and let's begin. Okay, so let's start with mindset first. I'm going to give you 3 mindset hacks that are going to help you get your head in the YouTube game. So mindset hack number 1 is trust the process. You probably have heard this before, that YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint, and it takes time to see results. Take a look at my journey on YouTube. You'll see that there in this graph, there have been times when my YouTube journey has ebbed and flowed, right? But what if I had given up at this point? What if I decided that it was just taking too long? All the growth that happened after this point would not have happened if I didn't actually trust the process. And so the first thing that I want you to take away with this mindset hack is that it takes time to see the results. And the most important thing that you have to do is to not give in to self-doubt during that time, because you will experience, you'll try to self-sabotage. You'll be like, this is not working. I created these 10 videos and, I'm not getting any views or subscribers and I don't know what to do next. And self-doubt is going to set in at that point. And you're going to be like, is this worth it? Should I continue? What do I do next? And so here's what you need to do in terms of mindset when you start to experience all of these negative emotions happening. So the first thing you need to do is learn to clap for yourself. Yay, you need to know that you are creating this content from a place of joy. You are creating these videos, you are sharing your knowledge, you are teaching people, you are, giving out information that is in your head that's going to benefit whoever you want to give this information out to. And so you need to do it from a place of integrity and clap for yourself and be like, I need to share this. People need to know this. I'm going to do this, right? So it has to come from a place of integrity, and you have to be able to celebrate you, which brings me to the second mindset hack within this is to celebrate every win. Every video you upload, every challenge you overcome, every, editing trick you learn, every fluency you get as you create your videos is cause for celebration. I don't care what you have to do to celebrate it, whether it's with your family in a private setting or with yourself or out on social media. But please, #celebrate every win. It is so important to recognize that you are putting yourself out of your comfort zone and doing this. And then you also want to have like a support group, right? It's really hard to do this in isolation. So I recommend joining perhaps a Facebook group or a community of other YouTube creators and entrepreneurs who are on the same journey as you. I'll put a link down to my Facebook group, which is called Personal Branding with Video. Please come and join us there, and you can talk about your challenges and also celebrate your wins inside. Okay, mindset hack number 2. This is a big one. Stop trying to be a perfectionist. Nobody makes perfect videos right off the bat. And if they do, they've left it to too late to start. Because when you are just starting out, there are so many variables and so many unknowns, and you're not used to the sound of your voice on camera or how you look on camera or how to be fluent on camera or how to do production right or how to do editing. And there's so many things that you're going to be learning on the job, as it were, right? So you have to give yourself that leeway. And think about it this way, that when you're first making these videos, and if not a lot of people are watching, that's actually a good time to experiment and make mistakes, because not a lot of people are watching. When you have all these followers and you have all these subscribers, then the pressure is more intense because you have to be on point every time. So when you're starting off and there are not a lot of people watching, that's the time to make those mistakes and learn. And your journey is going to be so inspirational to somebody else. Somebody else is going to look at your older videos and be like, you know what? They started from this and now they're here. And so I can do this as well. So it's really, really inspirational to start from where you are right now rather than trying to be a perfectionist. I mean, look at one of these videos I did. I cringe when I look at this video. It's a tutorial video that I filmed, not with a fancy camera, not with great lighting, not with a great background, right? It is filmed with, get this, my computer's webcam, like the existing camera built into my MacBook. And I mean, I cringe when I see that video right now, right? But the content is solid. I'm giving information that I have personal experience with, that I care about. It is quality content. It is helpful. It is valuable. And that's what that's why that video has thousands of views and is doing so well on my channel, right? So it's not about production quality. And here's the other thing to think about in terms of when you're trying to get everything perfect. And this is the mistake that I made. I thought that my clothes matter, my makeup matters, my hair matters, my backdrop matters. But when you are, starting out, those things are not as important as the one thing that actually matters, which is the content and the quality of the advice that you're giving, the value that you're actually communicating. So the content has to matter in the beginning. The audio has to matter in the beginning. All those other things that I just said, they can come later. And yes, you can build up to that professional looking setup as you grow and you learn. Okay, mindset hack number 3 is to look inwards and not at external indicators. So it's less about how many views do I have and how many subscribers do I have, and less external vanity metrics and more looking inwards. How can I make each video better? How can I publish more content? How can I learn more things about whatever is challenging you? So if the technical side is challenging you, how can I learn more about that? And it's really, really about this, asking yourself this one question: how can I convey value and credibility through the screen? Why would people trust me? How would they use this information? How would it make them feel to get this value from me? And if you focus on those things, which are absolutely internal and absolutely in your control, you will be creating from a place of mental clarity, right? And that is a mindset hack that is worth more than trying to game the system or trying to figure out the algorithm. Figure out who your audience is and create amazing content that's going to help them, because entrepreneurs solve problems. They help people. So as long as you are helping people and creating that valuable content, that is going to get you that competitive edge. What is your biggest challenge when creating YouTube videos? Is it mindset or is it strategy? Tell me down in the comments below. Let's switch focus to strategy. I'm a strategy gal. I love strategy. So here are my top 3 tips for getting your strategy game on point with YouTube. Okay, so the first tip that I have for you is to create for the audience and not for the algorithm. A lot of times when people are deciding their YouTube strategy, they get caught up with how the YouTube algorithm works. And it's very simple. The algorithm follows the audience. So my suggestion is to focus on understanding your audience. What kind of content would they like to see? What are their challenges and what would be helpful for them at that stage in their challenge? What would make them stop scrolling and look at your thumbnail? What would make them click on your title? What would make them watch as long as possible inside that video? So what would increase watch time? And what would encourage binge watching behavior? So what would they want to watch next after that video? Those are the questions to ask in terms of strategy to get your audience to view, click, watch, share, refer, and become your fans and followers. Strategy tip number 2 is to create videos based on how you want people to feel. Emotions are a huge driving factor when you are being intentional with your strategy. Emotions are everything. So it's really about identifying what emotion are you going to be going after. Do you want people to feel like they're going to miss out on something? Well, then capitalize on FOMO, the fear of missing out. Right? And that should be the driving factor of creating a certain video, that, oh my God, if you don't watch this video, you might miss out on something that you really, really need. Or for example, another emotion could be shock. Like you really don't want people to, for example, lose money in something. And so there would be a shock factor. You maybe want to make them feel excited about something new that they really want to learn. So think about, what emotions do you want to invoke? Joy, excitement, empathy, sadness, shock, fear. These are all really, really powerful emotions to go after. And when you create from that place, that gets you the clicks, because people click according to what they're feeling and what they need to know. And curiosity will always get the click. And I have a few videos on that I will link to in the description for how to get people to click on your titles and thumbnails using all of these emotional factors. All right, strategy tip number 3 is that the data doesn't lie. YouTube gives you tons of numbers, graphs, analytics, and data and everything. And if you want to survive and thrive on this platform, one of the best strategy tips is to learn to read the data. What is the data telling you? What is your CTR, for example? And what does that mean? What are your numbers? How is it interpreted? What is good? What is bad, right? So of course, I have a ton of videos on YouTube analytics and specific data points, and I will put them all down in the description. Go and check those out to learn how to take the data and extract information from that, and then use that information for insights on your YouTube channel. And I will also tell you a really shortcut way to do that is by using TubeBuddy's Click Magnet. It is an amazing, amazing tool for especially beginner YouTube creators who might get overwhelmed with, the amount of data that YouTube's throwing at you. Use Click Magnet to help you decide what videos you should be making more of, what kind of thumbnails get more clicks, what kind of titles and the words inside your titles that get you more clicks, right? And what videos are people watching longer. So it's an amazing tool to use. So go ahead and use TubeBuddy's Click Magnet. And if you're new to TubeBuddy, grab the TubeBuddy link from the link in my description and start your free trial today. Okay, I'm going to see you in the next one.